When the narcissist realizes that leaving you was a mistake, narcissists live in this world of their own. They really live up in their head. And they like to think that people are easily replaceable because narcissists treat people like objects. And objects are replaceable. Obviously, they have some monetary value. But if you break a chair, you can buy a new chair. If you break a coffee mug, you can buy a new coffee mug. It's not the end of the world. But when you break and lose somebody who's been treating you well, who sincerely cared for you, who was willing to do what it took to make it work with you, including lots of sacrifices, and then you take that for granted, you crap on that, you just push it away to the point where that thing just doesn't have the ability to care anymore about the narcissist. That's not easily replaceable. The person who gave that much to the narcissist is not easily replaceable. But of course, narcissists, in their mind, they often forget that. And that's something that narcissists often learn sometime after they've pushed a person away, or many people away. Narcissists don't just push that one partner away, that one person who was there for them. Narcissists push people away generally. It's just the way they operate. When they make everything about them, they use people to serve them. They don't really see other people as independent human beings, but rather they see those people as extensions of them. And they don't have the empathy to be able to care or acknowledge the impact of their actions, behaviors, and words on the other people. In other words, because narcissists often need to project their anger outwards, project their shame outwards, they're often hurting other people in the process, and the people that they hurt the most are those closest to them. But they don't really care about that. They don't really care that they're leaving a trail of traumatized people behind them. They don't, because they lack empathy. And when you keep traumatizing people, eventually they'll leave. They'll walk away because they have no other choice. And in the narcissist's mind, they just think, okay, they'll summon up somebody else who's compatible with him. So they're trying to summon somebody who's compatible with their nature, i.e., they want somebody who's submissive, that's willing to be an object of their negative projection, somebody who'll supply them, and be an extension to the narcissist. But what they realize is those people don't just come in, they don't just, it's not like a packet of M&Ms where you have a few, you stop eating it, you want more, you get a few more. Good supply like that is not an infinite supply. They're not infinitely available. And they're hard to come across. Because most people, even if the narcissist can attract certain people towards them, most people, once they've noticed the first few red flags, will say, actually, I don't want to have anything to do with this person. I can see they're toxic. So it's really hard to get people who can help the narcissist get their needs met and for those people to actually stick around. And it's when the narcissist realizes that, everything that you gave them, everything that you provided them, all the sacrifices that you made, your giving nature, your compassionate nature, your people-pleasing nature, which they enjoyed. Maybe you had some codependent traits which were not healthy for you, but the narcissist, they exploit those traits because it suits them. But once you're no longer in the picture, they're forced to face reality because the reality in their head doesn't match with the reality in their physical experience. In other words, in their mind, they're super special, their ego is a mile high, and they think people just being in their presence are privileged. So it doesn't really matter if they abuse the people, because the people should be privileged and they should feel grateful that the narcissist even lets them come in their presence. That's how narcissists see themselves. They think that just the fact that they're even looking at somebody or allowing the person the benefit of being abused by the narcissist, that they should be grateful for that, because narcissists think they're the best thing since sliced bread. They're God complex. Most of them have it. Maybe some don't have it in exactly that way, but most of them have it. It's really one of the key traits of narcissism, is that super inflated ego. But what that means is when they're with you, they think that they can get anybody to replace you. But it's when they struggle to get that person to fill the role that you once played that they have to start accepting that actually this isn't so great. Because for them to get somebody to actually stick around, there has to be a measured give and take. But narcissists don't do give and take. They only take. They only give a little bit more at the beginning during the love bombing, during the investment phase, because they're trying to secure the person's long-term supply. But it's only a matter of time before they only take, or take exponentially more than they give. It becomes unsustainable for the other person. But narcissists do reach the point where they feel the struggle, and they have to acknowledge that it's not an endless loop of people to fill that need. It's kind of monkey branching approach. Yeah, they can monkey branch. Anybody can monkey branch. Anybody can go on dating apps, or hooking up with people, or just meeting various people. But those are short-lived encounters. Casual encounters are short-lived, and they don't provide for the good sustainable supply that the narcissist needs. So even if the narcissist did manage to get certain people to come into their vicinity, to approach them, entertain them, they're not people who are really by the narcissist side. It's like, if the narcissist starts to feel they really need that person would soon leave the narcissist, because a lot of these people that they can bring into their orbit aren't people who are really going to stick around. And it's when the narcissist realizes that, hold on a second, having somebody who would actually stick around and just be their supply robot, that was actually a good thing they had. And they start to realize how much they struggle to fill that emptiness, because one person who's sustainably there supporting the narcissist, caring for the narcissist, is worth so much more than even 100 people who come to spend a short period of time with the narcissist and don't actually want to give much more than that, because they're not willing to have that kind of relationship with them. So just realize, narcissists might make you feel that you're replaceable. Narcissists might make you feel that they're onto somebody who actually makes them happy. Narcissists, of course, we all know, they're masters at perceptions management, which means they mold your perception of them. They basically manipulate people's perceptions of them. So if they're posting pictures of them with other people on social media being happy, then what that actually means is that they're not happy, but they're doing that to manage your perceptions, your perception of them. And the reason that's important to understand is a lot of people struggle to regain their self-worth after they've detached from a narcissist. Of course, you should never go back. Of course, you should move on. Of course, you should find healthy people, healthy activities, a healthy way of thinking, all that. But when you realize that the narcissist can't really replace you with somebody who's equally as good as you or better than you, when you realize that the narcissist is just playing games with themselves and with other people, and they live in this fantasy world that never quite materializes the way they want, it's easier for you to regain your own self-worth and self-esteem, knowing that you are worthy, that you're not replaceable. You shouldn't go back to them, of course, but just knowing that what you are able to provide is of value and one day somebody will value it. That recognition can play a role in helping you actually move forward in a healthy and hopeful way. Thanks for watching.